Hey, West Point Church. I wanted to drop in today and just give us a little bit of an update of where we are as a church and what we will be doing and looking to going forward in the weeks and months ahead. We are in March in 2021. I cannot believe that it has almost been a year now since lockdown first took place. And I want to start off by saying a big thank you to everybody that calls West Point Church home. This has been a really strange and difficult year with many challenges and uncertainties, not only in the life of the global world, but actually in the life of each and every individual. And as a church, I'm so proud that we have not only pulled together and got through this difficult time, but we are actually stronger for it. And so I want to say a massive thank you from myself and Caitlin and the eldership team to you, West Point Church, for not only persevering, but for being resilient disciples. Over the past year, we have seen not only our church grow as a body, but also you as individuals grow and take hold of your own discipleship, take hold of your own family's discipleship as we've navigated this difficult time. And so well done for pressing in when it was difficult. Well done for tuning in online and catching up on the podcast and doing the Bible reading plan and doing church at home and doing the midweek prayer meetings. Well done for getting your kids on the couch on a Sunday morning and doing children's church at home, getting your family up and worshiping together. And for those of you that sent in the videos for our kids' worship, well done. We certainly had a whole lot of fun doing that. And so this has been a crazy year. It's been a year of uncertainty, but it's also been a year where we have seen God knit us together as a community. And in many ways, I feel as if we've not only come together, but we've fought a battle together and we're coming out of the other side. And while we don't know necessarily what the weeks and months ahead hold, we do know that we are a body, that God is with us, and that we have a beautiful future in Him, whatever that looks like. And so we are now back together as a church for in-person gatherings. While we are so appreciative of what the online experience does in terms of getting us through a difficult time, we really do prioritize the believers coming together for in-person worship and sitting under the teaching of the Word. And so we want to encourage you, if you are able to join us for our in-person gatherings. We are gathering at 4:30 on a Sunday afternoon at Sarepta Church. And this is a wonderful moment where we come together as the body, where we can share in fellowship, where our kids can learn about Jesus and worship Him, where we can again, worship corporately and gather around God's holy scriptures. And so if you are able to, please prioritize being together with the body on a Sunday. We want to say thank you to Sarepta Church for opening up their doors to us and allowing us to meet in a physical space. This venue gives us the opportunity not only to gather, but to do so with all the protocol, with social distancing, etc., all in place. And so won't you come along, Sunday afternoons, 4:30 at Sarepta Church. We'd love to see you there. For those who cannot make it to an in-person gathering, we are still going to try our best to do a really good job for our online church attenders. So you can tune in every Sunday morning. We'll release a message and a bit of announcements and community moments on our website, www.westpointchurch.net. These messages will also go, as they have been doing for the last, since we've started gathering, onto our podcast channel, and so you can catch it up there. I would also like to take a moment to say thank you for everybody who's been continually giving financially into the life of our church. It takes resources, it takes money to keep a church going. And over the last year, with all the uncertainty that's been in place, you, West Point Church, have been generous and in many moments extended yourselves financially into the life of our church so that we can continue the work we believe God has called us to do in our community and beyond. And so thank you and well done. What we have seen over the last little while is a decrease in our finances. And that's to be understood with the financial climate that we're in at the moment. But we want to encourage us as a church to continue to develop hearts of generosity. We want to be a generous people who are not only able to keep our church going, but also to extend ourselves beyond West Point Church as an organization and to give into the lives of men and women and to do kingdom work here in our community. And so if you are able to, we want to ask you and invite you to prayerfully consider how you can contribute financially into the life of our church. If you have been giving over the last little while and are regular givers, we want to invite you to pray and see what may be a once-off gift to help cover the kind of the shortfall that we've experienced over the last few months could look like for you. Maybe it may mean over the next few months increasing your tithes to help cover some of those costs that we are occurring in these moments. Maybe if you haven't been giving, maybe this is a moment to take hold of your discipleship and surrender your finances to the Lord and to give financially into our church. We also know that there are many people, it's actually quite staggering, who have been tuning into our church actually from all over the world, particularly in our weekly podcast release of our messages. And so if that's you, if you've been blessed by our church, won't you maybe also prayerfully consider what it could look like to give a financial gift to our church to see us cover some shortfall, but also step into a financial freedom in our future. We want to say thank you again to everybody who has given and who continues to give faithfully and generously into the life of our church. All of our banking details are on our website. You can check that out under the Giving tab at www.westpointchurch.net. Just a few announcements around what our rhythms look like going forward as a church for the time being. With so much uncertainty and disruption, you would have known that our community groups have been up and down and online and trying to do some social stuff. We are going to prioritize getting together as a community group in the weeks ahead. And this will mostly look like outdoor kind of social gatherings. And so your community group leaders will be in contact with you. If you're new to our church and you've joined over the last little while, won't you reach out to us and let us know? And we can get you plugged into a group where you can enjoy just some fun and fellowship and get to know men and women and children in the life of our church. So your community group leaders will be in contact with you. We also have an exciting announcement around some little huddles. These are going to be groups of 3 to 4 men or women. They're going to be gender specific, where we're going to encourage you to meet regularly, weekly, during the next little while. It's something we want to try to cultivate deep intimacy and relationship in our community. And while we can't gather necessarily in homes in bigger groups, we can get together in a coffee shop or for a walk or for getting together under a tree in a park somewhere. And we can do life together, even if it means these groups gathering online as well, whatever works for your group. So we're going to make some announcements about that in the next week or so stay tuned for that. As the weeks ahead unfold, we have Easter coming up. And we're really excited about a family picnic that we're going to have on Easter Sunday morning. This is going to take place at 8 a.m. on the Kloof Country Club cricket field. There's beautiful trees and a big open field. We've hired it out. And this gives us an opportunity for everyone to come along. We'll be outside. There'll be fun and games for the children, maybe a bit of an Easter egg hunt. There's space and we can host a whole bunch of people. So won't you invite your family and friends and join us for an Easter Sunday breakfast picnic on the Kloof Country Club cricket field. Bring your children, bring your family and friends. We're going to worship together. We're going to share in a moment of fellowship. We're going to remember the resurrection and the beautiful life that Jesus has given us. And we are going to celebrate. We're going to eat food. We're going to drink coffee, and it's going to be fun. So bring along your picnic blankets, maybe some camping chairs if you need a chair to sit on, your breakfast, bring a big flask of coffee, and let's picnic together. Let's share in fellowship on Easter Sunday morning, 8 a.m. at the Kloof Country Club. We look forward to seeing you on Sunday. If you can join us for an in-person gathering, 4:30 at Sarepta Church, or online if you are unable to be there.